Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of What is Wrong with You? I'm Janessa, your host, and I'm here with the lovely Erica Cline.
Hello. It's been a minute since I've been on a podcast. This is so exciting.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, welcome back. If you've watched our previous episode, it was great, and she's back again.
I know. Oh my God, you lived in a different apartment then.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm in your apartment.
Wow. Wow. This is so exciting.
It is. It's gonna be one just big ADHD podcast.
So true. I feel like that just tends to happen when we're together.
I know. Can I tell you something that is funny?
Yes.
So, I always run late. I really do my best, but I always run late.
Same.
And Frankie, when I said that I was gonna be coming here with you,
yeah,
he didn't. He thought one time he said that he was gonna ask Brandon if I've ever been late to a podcast when it was at my apartment, and I was like, I haven't been late, and he was like, next time I see him, I'm gonna ask him if you've ever been late when it's at your own place.
I mean, I can say I was late, and we're filming it at my apartment.
Okay, but your nails look really good.
Thank you.
Your hair looks really good. You look so great.
Thank you. I woke up earlier than I normally would for this, and I still ran behind at my own apartment. I don't even have shoes on.
It's okay. I did something. I was out the door. I feel so bad because Frankie works a night shift, so he sleeps kind of late, because he doesn't go into work until late.
Yeah.
And when I was leaving, I forgot that I had to move my plants up so that the dog doesn't eat them. And I opened up our door because we have a very small apartment, so you'll see it soon. But
I know it's so funny to me because you said it's just beneath your old one.
Yeah,
it's the exact same apartment, but just beneath the other one.
Yeah, it's directly underneath it, and we have the lady who lives above us. She has little kids, and they're so annoying. They just stomp around all the time, and I'm like, is this what I sounded like to the people downstairs?
That's why I'm so happy we're on the top floor, because I remember when me and my parents would go to visit my brother, and he lived in an apartment, and if he was on the second or the top floor or whatever, I would just not even notice the sound of my feet, and my parents would be like, oh my God, you're stomping, you need to watch out for the people below. And I'd be like, oh, I don't know, and it was just a constant thing where they were like, stop stomping, and I was like, I'm sorry. And so then now that we live on the top floor and I live with Brandon and Dale, it's I feel like I notice it now. I notice if Barty's running or they're just walking down the hall, it sounds really loud. I'm like, oh my God, the neighbors must fucking hate us. But it's nice because I don't really think about it because my parents aren't there being stop stomping.
Stop doing that. Yeah, that's true. And you don't have to be bothered by anybody doing that to you.
I know. It's
yeah.
I would rather be the stomper than hear people stomping.
Yeah, me too. I don't.
Yeah.
I would not want
I'd rather them hit the broom at the ceiling.
Yeah. That happened to me in my old apartment. I was trying to hang up decorations, and I was drilling stuff into the wall, and at one point, this is so asshole of me. Yeah, but it wasn't that late, so that's why I figured it was okay to be doing that. But I was hammering stuff, and all of a sudden I just heard back from them, and I was like, oh, I better stop. Sorry.
Well, there have been times because the people that share a wall with us, we've heard them people have moved in and out so many times, but I swear it's always just a group of grown Hispanic men that they just all work together or something, because they're always wearing the neon vests and stuff when they're coming in and out, and they all just live together. There's definitely more people than should live in that apartment. Where it's happened twice, where it's a group of grown men, but then at one point there was a family that lived there.
Interesting.
And we would hear them screaming
at each other.
I mean,
or just screaming and partying?
No, not partying.
Oh, okay.
Angry, man.
Oh.
3 a.m, screaming, hitting doors. There was one time we hadn't lived here for very long, and we woke up terrified.
I don't blame you. I would have been too.
Yeah.
That's because it's what do you do? Do you call the cops?
Yeah, we're if they...
You don't want to go down there, then they hit you too.
Yeah, because we're should we call 911? What if it's just a family dispute,
Right.
What if they're just yelling at their teenage kid for coming home late? I don't know.
Right. That's the other day, actually, I walked out of my apartment to take Mikasa outside. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I walked out, I saw some guy with his like hands up, and he went back into his car, and I was like, what the heck? And then I looked over, and there were like 6 cop cars and some guy in handcuffs, and I was like, what the hell is going on? But I had to, like, I was like, hurry up and pee, because I had to get to the show. And so I felt bad, because I was like, they blocked off like in my apartment you can only exit one way, and they blocked off the exit, and I was like, I can't not go to the show because this is happening. Yeah, this isn't involve me. Yes. Yeah, but I'm like, I wonder what it was. Probably like a drug bust or something. It's like sketchy a little bit.
That happened recently. I was doing an Uber Eats order, and I was in like a parking lot, and there was a cop car like blocking the way. And I was like trying to go around him, and the cop was just kind of looking at me, and I was like, "Can you fucking move?" Like,
you're like, "I'm trying to work." Have you ever thought about?
I'm trying to pick up some fucking enchiladas.
Sometimes when I do Uber Eats, I'm like, "What if I go to their door? You know how it'll say like meet at door, not whatever, to get like the PIN number or whatever." Sometimes I'm like, "What if they just open the door and they like?" There's like they have a gun or something. Like it always freaks me out.
I've never thought about
that.
But
no one else thinks like that because like it's very unlikely to happen. But it's just like
they don't have anxiety. You're like thinking about like worst case scenario.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, what would I do? Would I just like throw the food at them or would I run away?
I don't need your fucking pin. Oh my gosh! Like, did you get the salsa? Did you make sure extra salsa?
Like, it's in the bag.
They told me it was all there. I'm sorry, they stapled it shut. I don't know. Oh my god. It's so funny. I've never really thought about that. Wow. I mean, don't get me wrong. Well, I only drive during the day because I'm like scared. Right. But then also, infrastructure. let me talk about fucking design. The way that people don't put lights on their houses or the apartment complexes. And it's like, how are you supposed to see shit? Like, I feel so bad for like Amazon drivers.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I do too. Especially because some people are so inconsiderate and they don't even put like the gate number or anything.
And you're just sitting there.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna wait. I'm quick to do the timer. You know, I start the timer, the 8-minute timer.
Start the timer. Be like 8 minutes. It's all mine.
Really, like if you keep me waiting here for 8 minutes, I'm moving on with my life.
I had one order. It was a box from Donut Taco Palace, and so it was donuts and tacos. And so I'm like dropping off to this apartment complex, like most disgusting apartment complex I've ever seen, like trash everywhere, like spiders and bugs everywhere. Like it was so unkept. It was so gross. And so I go to their apartment and I'm like calling and I'm like, hey, it's the green apartments, right? It's the green buildings. Nothing. And I'm like, I can't find the like specific number. I see numbers like close to it. Can't find the number. Turns out it was on the like fence. It was the other apartment complex. Oh. But it just happened to be the same building number, like right next to it. So I was like, it must be this building. No, it was in the other apartment complex. But that's not where the directions took me. So I'm calling and calling and calling this huge order of donuts and tacos, like breakfast tacos. And finally, I just took a picture of it somewhere. And then I just took it.
I don't blame you.
I took a picture of it being like, they're not going to find it. Because obviously their apartment is not here, but they're not giving me any other directions. So then I just brought it home. And I was like, guys, we have free food.
Breakfast was served. No, like, because that's my thing is like, I understand if you're like elderly or disabled, you know, you can't come to the door or whatever. But it's like, if you want your food that bad and someone is blowing up your phone.
Yes, I called them like 5 times. Yeah. They messaged me. They're like, you never called me. Oh, I wanted to throw hands.
Just like, send them back a picture of you eating their donuts.
Genuinely. Like, yes. It's like Brandon and Dale like holding up their food. We're like, thanks. No, she called me pissed and like left me a voicemail and was like, you never called me.
Was
like, yes, the attitude. I was like, oh my god.
I remember that time. Yeah, no. She was fine for that.
I think I screen recorded the voicemail and sent it to you. I was like, can you believe this bitch?
Oh my god. One time, one of them, like, I didn't know. You know how sometimes the places seal the bag, like McDonald's does it?
Yeah.
So I had picked up like their order, and of course I'm not gonna open it up to look inside. I'm just gonna trust that McDonald's got it right. They messaged me and they were like, "There's no apple pie in here," and I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Damn,
like,
that's crazy.
I was like, I would message like Uber support about that because like I can't do anything, and then they messaged me back and they were like, "And you wonder why the tip is post delivery." And I messaged back and I said, "Actually, no, I wasn't wondering that, but thanks."
Oh,
it just gets sassy.
That's wild. If it's sealed like that, although I've had ones, especially from McDonald's, where it's like sealed and it's like, I don't even want your food. Like, I don't care.
Right.
But like, you'll pick it up, and because it's like so heavy, because they put the drinks in there too.
Yeah.
Then the thing snaps, and then I'm like, God, they're gonna fucking think I opened it.
Yeah.
God damn it. This isn't my fault.
And then if you're like, I promise I didn't open it, it's like,
you're
know,
like,
that looks a little
sure. Because if that was me, I'd be like, okay, I know you took a fry.
Right.
I feel like, too, anyone that ever threatens you with the tip is already tipping dog shit anyway.
Yeah,
True.
It's like,
that's true.
You're like, I'm going to take away the tip. Oh, the $4.50 you were going to give me? For $4.50, I'd love to tell you to suck my dick instead. I'd fuck this $4.50. I remember I had a guy call me. He was tipping like $3, and he was like, "Do you want?" I forgot his coffee, and he was like, "If you want that," he goes, "If you want that tip, you're gonna go back and bring me that coffee." And I laughed and I said, "Have fun spending infinitely more money to get that coffee delivered for a second time, since you can't get it. Like I don't need you. You're gonna have to pay the whole fee again to get a stupid cup of black coffee sent to your house. Eat my ass. I'm not going back to get it. I accidentally forgot it, but fuck you. The entitlement. You can't get your own food, and it's somehow my problem.
I was on a triple order the other day. I was on a triple order the other day, and it was an order for Dairy Queen and then 2 orders from this like Indian food place, right? I picked up the Dairy Queen first. It was literally, just chicken tender meal, whatever.
Right.
And so I'm waiting for the Indian food, and I got the first one like pretty quick. The next one, it was like 5 items, and they're like, "Sorry, it's gonna take a little longer." And I was like, "Okay, that's fine, I'll wait." And the guy starts talking to me and stuff, and I was like, "Hey, like, where's my food?" But like the guy at the front kept like talking. He's like, "Wait, so I just started using the Uber thing," and he's like asking me all these questions, and I'm like, "I don't know." He's like, "If I give you a thumbs up, do you get better orders?" And I'm like, "Can't hurt."
Oh, that's a good question. But like,
I don't know. And then as he's like asking me about this, and I'm like, "Please shut up and just give me the food." I get a message from the person who ordered from Dairy Queen, and they said, "Taking a little long, isn't it?" Or something to that effect. Oh God. Oh, they said, "Hopefully soon," or something like that.
Hopefully soon.
And I was like,
that's so rude.
And I literally showed him. I was like, "Can you believe this?" And he was like, he like didn't know what to say, and I was like, "Not for many of your orders. I have another one." And he was like, "Oh." I was like, "Don't worry about it. Forget it."
It's just rude. Like,
I'll never understand you
yeah.
being mean to someone that has possession of your food.
Yeah, like that's what blows me away the most. I'm like, you could, if you were a bad person, which you're not, you could just spin it. Like, and you don't actually, I take back what I said. You don't even have to be a bad person to be like, you know what, this person tripped me over my edge.
You can be a good person.
Yeah, that when I worked like for this catering company, it was super great. But like,
oh, is that the one out west,
Fredericksburg? Yeah.
Okay.
I still like would work there if they asked me. They just like randomly asked me to like work some days. And it's really fun. Like, it's really, really fun. But the part that I hate most about it is like afterwards we have to go pick up people's plates. And so like you have to be like, "Are you done with that? Are you done with that?" And like they're some people
no.
No, some
Do
of
I
them,
look like I'm done? It's an empty plate.
No, literally some of them, like one lady had like this much of like bread sitting, and so I was like, "Oh wait, surely she's done. This is a crumb." And she was like, "I'm still working on it." And I'm like,
"Okay, but me not finishing my food, being like, "Excuse me, I'm gonna use all of this to my advantage. Thank you very much. It's free."
I don't blame them, but it's just like they had the power to go get another plate, and they're just like,
oh my god,
it was just
that was actually me and my cousin's wedding. It was a buffet, and it was a buffet, and I definitely was like the last person eating, and everyone else at my table had finished, and then they were like, "Oh, are you done?" And I was like, "No."
You're like, it's a buffet, not yet. Yeah.
I was like, I'm actually going to get more. Thank you very much.
The problem though is that some of these events aren't buffets. So some of it's like you get served and then we're putting the food up. Like y'all know what it is, but some of them I was like, I can't.
Some
like,
people are just really slow eaters.
Yeah, we had to cater like the one night it was like a Democratic convention in Fredericksburg, and then another night it was like a Republican convention in Fredericksburg.
Oh damn!
And it was just like funny because like
were they the same? Or
all
were they different?
All assholes.
Okay, that makes sense. I feel like just any type of politician type thing.
Yeah, it was just so funny though.
And they're like, it doesn't matter what party.
No, it was like, oh, all of you are just rude.
Amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, it was fun. But I just never understand the people who like are so
that
rude.
would suck working near the Capitol and you just get all the politicians all the time.
You can. I wouldn't do that.
I mean, I kind of did. I worked at Caroline on Congress and 7.
Yeah.
So I was like really close to the Capitol, and there was one time because we would get like caller ID, but on like the normal like telephone, but it said T. Cruz, and we were like,
whoa,
oh my god, it's Ted Cruz. It's Ted Cruz. And then they answered, and it was like a woman, and she's like, I'm picking up an order for, I don't know, Marjorie or something. And so we're like, oh, fuck.
False alarm.
But we thought it might have been his, like, assistant or something.
Oh, yeah.
And they just didn't want to put it under his name because he might spit in the food, so.
Right, Zodiac Killer on his to-go box.
That would have been so good.
Just troll people.
Oh my god. Oh, I wish I worked somewhere where there were like famous people that came around all the time.
Just write if you got Demi Lovato, you could just be like, poot.
Oh, I feel like she would enjoy that though. I feel like she would. If she's in a good mood, she might laugh at that.
True.
Even though she seems crazy.
I can't with her. You know what I've been wasting my time doing lately?
What?
Is I'm curious if you have like seen these, but the TikToks from like the old Disney stars, like
oh, okay. Are you talking about the old Disney stars that are like they're all making like podcasts and stuff, and it's like
move on.
I respect it. I respect it, but I also get the move on aspect of it. Because okay, so there's Christy Carlson Romano and Chelsea from That's Our Raven. Did you know Chelsea was on Broadway?
I saw that the other day. What did she do? You know what show she did?
So I remember when she was like, she had just left Disney Channel, and they were like talking about the fact that she was on Broadway, like in like the commercial breaks and stuff. You know, like one of those little like snippets, and I was like, oh my god. She played Little Mermaid. She was Ariel on Broadway.
Oh. Wow.
Which Sierra Boggess originated the role, and I love Sierra Boggess. So I'm kind of like, oh.
I don't know who that is.
It's okay.
Okay.
They're very niche people, very niche Broadway people.
Gotcha.
So, but I met her, and it was really exciting.
Oh, was she nice?
She was nice because we met her. It was like a matinee show, so it was like a Sunday afternoon, and my friend at the time, we're no longer friends. She was like, I've heard she's a bitch. I've heard she's really rude. Because I heard she's kind of a diva. And I was like, oh God, well, I hope she's not, since I like adore her.
Right.
You know, I hope if she's mean, at least I hope she's not mean to me, you know?
Right.
Because I don't mean any malice. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. So, and then she's like, yeah, she's probably not even going to come out. I heard she doesn't even like walk out. And I was like, okay. This is the same person that told me not to date Brandon, so.
Oh, boo.
Yeah.
We don't like her.
So, she ended up walking out, and then, she was so nice.
That's so good.
I just told her, because I was like, I don't want to bring up any of her old stuff, because I feel like if someone is going to be a diva, it's going to be because you keep bringing up the one thing that they were in.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah.
If they're like known for that one thing, and so I was like, you were great in this show. Oh my God, you were amazing. I didn't want to seem like fucking stalker. Be like, oh my god, I've watched you in Phantom 25th like a million times. I have a whole Instagram account dedicated to it.
Oh, that's right. You did have an Instagram, right?
So I was just like, you were amazing, and she just said thank you. We took a picture. She signed my playbill, and that was it.
Oh, okay. That's a good. That's a good. It would have been awful if you were like.
Yeah, I would have been so disappointed if she was mean because they'd be like, oh, don't meet your heroes.
Right. Sounds like your friend is just not your old friend is just misleading.
I know.
R.I.P.
Friendship, I guess. Not her. She's still alive.
Just the friendship and not her.
Yeah. Oh my God. Have you ever met a celebrity?
Yeah, I've met a few. I met the nicest celebrity that I've ever met is Mike Posner.
Stop!
He was so
I
nice.
loved his music.
Yeah,
specifically just the one popular song.
Wait, Cooler Than Me?
That too.
I took a pill in a whatever.
I took a pill in a bees.
Okay, yeah.
But also, I think I actually liked I Think You're Cooler Than Me more.
Gotcha.
That was a song I had on my iPod and I listened to it over and over again. Just put it on repeat. Because I was psycho.
Just have your headphones in. Yeah.
It was either that or Pentatonic.
Dude, when I first heard, what is the Christmas, I was...
Oh, White Winter Hymnal.
Yes. When
I know the clap to that. Because every Christmas for many years, at my best friend, her family throws a Christmas party. They're a very musical family, so they do like all the carols and stuff. But me and her brother and their two family friends, who were like a little bit younger than us, we learned all 5 parts to that.
Amazing.
And it took, I was always the slow one. It took me years to get it, like years of Christmas parties to be like, I finally got it. And they were like,
good job.
Good job. So there's a video of us all like nailing it and then just being shocked.
Oh, that's such a sweet.
It's really hard.
I can imagine.
It's really, really hard.
Did you ever go like Christmas caroling? Because you were in choir, right?
My choir did go Christmas caroling every year.
Fun.
Not only would we go, there was like a neighborhood in Brea where it was like, they would go crazy with Christmas lights. What was it called, Brandon?
Starflower.
Yes, Starflower.
Starflower.
They would go insane with Christmas lights. So we would get all like bundled up and look all cute, you know, and we would just like carol to like the people driving by and stuff or like walking by, you know, and it was so much fun. And so not only did we, oh yes,
is that it?
Yeah, give me a second to get past the ads.
Yeah, you're good.
And like, I think there's just gonna be some asshole talking at the start. Yep.
Exactly. Whoa. An asshole talking at the start.
Yeah, like you can see as it's cutting through here.
It literally,
that is a lot of lights.
They go crazy. Like, and this is just one house, but it's like the whole neighborhood. Like, that's awesome. Probably what, 50 plus houses, Brandon?
I mean, like truly 50 is an understatement. It's a whole neighborhood. Like, it's not one street. It is like streets on streets. It'd be like if you took an entire...
It takes like 45 minutes to like just drive through.
It'd be like if all of Travis Heights did their Christmas lights.
Basically.
Like
it's like a really big neighborhood with just, you know, like normal like houses and stuff.
Right.
But like, you know, they have like wide yards and stuff. Some people go crazy. Like it's
so fun.
Truly amazing. So we used to go there because it was packed with people. Like, there would be a line of like, you know, so many cars waiting to just turn into the neighborhood because then everyone would drive super slow.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah.
So there would be like 50 choir kids just standing, and then, you know, we'd have one of us because it would just be put on by like us. It wasn't necessarily put on by like the choir.
Gotcha.
So we would just meet at like someone's house who like lived nearby, and then just like all walk over, and then, you know, there'd be, you know, one person.
Yeah, doing the conducting.
Yes, and it was so much fun because then we would be like walking from place to place, like walking with our friends.
Right.
Like, okay, get into place. Then we all get in our places.
That's
and
fun.
People would like stop and watch, and it was a lot of fun. But then not only did we carol there, but then actually put on by the choir, we would carol in like on our like downtown street, and so there was like this really big Christmas tree in front of our like local movie theater, and we would carol in front of like the ginormous Christmas tree. It was very like Hallmark.
Yeah, that's like Hallmark. We never had anything like
which is so funny because people are like, "Oh, you're so LA." It's like, not really.
No,
We're suburban as hell.
Yeah.
Like our local downtown was very like family friendly.
Oh, gotcha.
Like people didn't really go there to like get hammered.
Right. That's kind of how like the Georgetown Square is. But
it is similar to Georgetown actually.
Okay.
When I think about it, because there's like one like bar, but it's like a pub.
Gotcha.
And it's like kind of classy, and they have food, and it's like. But then there's like a Color Me Mine. There's like there's like a nicer Mexican restaurant. There's a Bruxy. Have you ever been to Bruxy?
Mm-mm. Is it a restaurant?
Please look it up. Oh, I'm so excited for the day when you get to come
to Brea. That looks so good.
Yeah, so everything's like, it's like waffles and chicken. So there's like tenders, and they do a lot of like waffle sandwiches.
It's mostly like waffle chicken sandwiches.
Oh, that one.
It's
amazing.
So good. It's so messy, but it's so good.
Is it only in California?
I don't think so.
I've ever heard of that.
Yeah.
I'm
so excited for you to see like the town like I grew
too.
up. I sent that to you recently. I was like, these are the highways I grew up with. Oh my goodness.
They're mostly in California, but there's ones in Georgia is the only other state.
What?
There's 2 in Georgia.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's 2 in Georgia.
And then the rest are located
random.
on the
That's
West
so
Coast.
random.
That's
Anyways,
awesome.
Yeah. What were we talking about? We're talking about caroling.
Caroling, yeah. But so we don't have like, we have a, have you ever been to Dos Salsas?
No. Ooh,
That,
I've driven past it.
So that is like, originally it was only in Georgetown.
Mm-hmm.
And it was owned, I think it's still owned by a family, but they knew my entire family. So every time like we would come in, they would always say like, because my little brother would be, and they'd be like, he's getting big and stuff like that. But it was originally in just Georgetown on the square there, and now it's like in the Domain in Cedar Park. I don't know what other locations they have.
That's always cool when you see places like growing like that.
Yeah.
That's how it is with like Mendocino Farms, which is like I worked there in Brea, and they have like locations. They're very like an LA type place, but they like to be like, we're LA, but we're farm to table. Like so they like their mascot's like a cow. But it's like so LA. It's very weird. And they have locations in Texas, but it's in Dallas and Houston.
Oh, okay.
And so, and when I was like leaving, I was like, yeah, I'm moving to Austin. And I was like, do you guys have any locations in Austin? And they were like, well, you know, it's on the back burner, but there's things in the works. And I was like, ooh, okay. I've lived here for 3 years.
Yeah.
No fucking location is open. They're opening them in Seattle.
Have you ever been to Dallas?
I have a couple times, but there was, I'm trying to think, one time I think every time we've only been there for like the day, right?
Yeah, we went for hockey games.
Yeah, we went for a hockey game.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone for
You've
shows.
gone more times.
I've gone a couple times. We've, anytime we've gone for shows, we come back. We've
never stayed there.
But all those gigs, those were like nightmare gigs, so I stopped doing them because they were not worth the time and pay.
I feel like it's not even worth it.
No. And the pay, every time the pay would decrease and the shows would get worse. I'm like, this is going the wrong way for me to drive out here and do this.
Yeah, that's always the best when that happens.
Yeah.
No, but we've been to Houston like more times, I think.
I like Houston. I think, well, I mean, it's not like I don't like love it, like I want to live there, but like I do like it. Dallas stresses me out.
Houston stresses me out more.
Houston sucks
like
too.
Artsy and fun, I feel like. Where
Yeah.
Dallas feels like in Toontown, where there's like all the cogs live, like all the adults. Like it's so business oriented. I feel like everyone there wears like
where all the cogs live.
Yeah, it feels like Houston's like, oh, there's a mural on the wall, and then like Dallas is like, call the cops on those graffiti thugs. That's like the difference.
Well, Dallas was named like one of the richest cities in America.
Yeah, I believe that.
Because I feel like when you think of Dallas, you think like rich, like women with like bleach blonde hair,
going to like an office.
Here we go.
Or something.
Wealthiest cities in America. New York City, the Bay Area. That's too general. Come on. Just say San Francisco.
Oh, Houston, Dallas.
Austin.
Have you ever been to Six Flags?
You know what? No.
Really?
I haven't. They have one in Southern California and I've never been.
Oh, I didn't know they had one there.
Mm-hmm. It was like your options for theme park were like, at least for us, it was like Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, which I've told you extensively about.
I've looked up.
And like Six Flags and then like maybe Universal, but it was in Hollywood, so it was kind of far.
Oh, gotcha.
So people would go to Six Flags more. Like it was more like a teenage thing where they're like, oh, I'm not a kid anymore. I don't go to Disneyland. I go to Six Flags. It was like, you're a kid, you go to Disneyland. You're in junior high, you go to Knott's Berry Farm. You're a high schooler, you go to Six Flags. Would you say that's accurate?
Yeah.
Except I just stayed at Disneyland the whole time.
Just always at Disneyland.
Yeah, I was like, I don't care if I'm 57, I'm going to Disneyland.
I've never been before, ever, but I want to.
I have so much to show you.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
And me too. We don't have we have Six Flags here, but we have like Schlitterbahn, the water park.
I've heard crazy things about Schlitterbahn.
Yeah,
it's kind of gross and you just get hammered.
Well, so I went when I was old enough to get hammered. I think I was like maybe 11. But like Six Flags, we used to go all the time because my grandpa lived in Irving, which is like near Dallas. And
yeah.
It's like close, but we would also go to the San Antonio Six Flags down here. But to me, I mean, it's like, I'm like, it's fun, but I don't really like rides. Because,
you don't like roller coasters?
Well, I do, but I get really bad motion sickness. So I know that if I go on those, I'm going to be like dizzy for the ride. It's just not going to be very enjoyable.
Yeah.
But I think I would go on them now because I didn't know that like non-motion sickness medication existed.
Oh yeah, you can just take some Dramamine. You're like, let's go.
Yeah. And I'm going on that cruise and like I'm really big on water slides. So I was like, I want to be going on the water slides there, but I don't want to get
water
sick,
slide on a boat.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, I know that it exists, but the thought of it is wild. You're like, oh, I don't want to get in the water, but let me get in the water slide. Are you excited for the cruise?
I am. I'm really excited.
Are you guys getting like a all-inclusive package?
I don't know. I think, but I'm just gonna show up. We're gonna have fun. Except now, literally right as I sat down here, I got a freaking text. I haven't booked anything in so long, and I got an email saying like, "Oh, we want to book you for this."
And you're like,
it's the day I'm leaving. So I'm like, no, what am I gonna do now? I gotta try to get the timeline right.
Yeah, but you're like, sorry, BB, gonna be gone.
Yeah, it's like I won't have service.
Gonna be living my best life.
I am excited though. I've tried not to watch like TikToks and like scary things about people being like the cruises are haunted.
The one thing I will say I've seen a lot on TikTok about cruises is just whatever excursions you guys go on where you leave the boat, you have to be there on time. They will leave you.
Oh yeah. Katie told me that.
I've seen so many videos of people like running away.
Yeah.
Of people like running at the boat and they're like, bye. And the boat's leaving and they're like, no, wait. Cruise ship do's and don'ts. All right, let's see.
Yeah, it looks like number 1 is talking about giving yourself ample rest and time because the boat leaves on time.
Yeah.
It says tour the whole ship when you get on so you know where everything is. Read the cruise newsletter to find out all the free activities. Take a carry-on bag so that you can like get off the boat with something. That's good advice.
Well, I've seen also they say bring like a small bag of stuff with you because like your suitcase and everything. You like give it to them. They bring it to your room so that everyone's not like lugging their bags around. I guess.
Right.
But they said because is this your first time on a cruise?
Yeah, I've never been.
I've also never been on one. But I feel like TikTok has taught me many things because a lot of people like right away are going to want to like go get food or go get like, cause you're still waiting for like your rooms, I guess. So they said like go on the boat sometimes like with a bathing suit if you want to just get right in the, like get in the pools and stuff.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm definitely going to overpack the carry-on.
I'm excited for the day when like we can go on a cruise with like a bunch of like friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Cause some people are like, oh, but cruises are for like old people. But it's like, bro, you don't have to have a DD. Like,
yeah,
you just drink and chill
go back
and
to your room.
yeah, go back to your room.
Yeah.
You're like, your room's right next to each other, probably.
Right.
Like, oh, that's
My
so cool.
timeline's filled for some reason too with people sneaking drinks onto cruise ships. I don't know how I ended up with that. In my
I've seen
algorithm,
that too.
but it's like because you can get in like wine bottles are allowed,
Oh,
but not liquor. So people will like take a wine bottle, fill it with tequila and vodka, buy red food dye that you can like consume, put it in there, make it that color, and then you get the wax thing and you light it with a lighter so it re-wax seals the bottle and the cork. And then
That's
they have no
smart.
idea.
Sneak in some tequila.
Because I heard the drink
That's
packages are
smart.
like worth it, but it's like
Right.
it's not like in your mind you're like, oh, it's like $150. No, it's like $300. Like you have to drink your worth. But if you're
Right.
like gonna party, you'll easily make your money back, but you can't like
Have you
be a
seen?
casual drinker.
Have you
and
seen?
Right.
Yeah, you can't be a liability. You
Yeah.
can't be fucking falling off the boat.
Yeah, people. That's
See,
the
I'm
number
not-
one fear is like,
Yeah.
if you fall off the boat, you're dead.
yeah, that's.
Ooh,
Ooh,
you saw the guy where he jumped off the boat because
that
his
kid-
friends dared
that
him
kid
to?
died.
what?
Yes.
On a cruise, he just jumped off.
Yes.
On a
They-
graduation.
Oh
Cruise trip.
gosh.
Yeah, like they did just graduated from like high school, and his friends were like, "We dare you to jump off the boat, ha ha ha!" And they were like drunk, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll fucking do it, and they'll come get me." Nope, he was gone.
No,
He
no,
did it at
that
night.
Shoop, gone.
that's even
Yeah,
more
especially
stupid.
There's like a
Good.
video of them being like, Jared, get the raft, and that's the last footage of him. They never
Aw.
even found his body. Just
Yeah,
Damn.
he's just gone.
That sucks.
Yeah, he said, "Shoop."
Yeah.
He became one with the ocean.
he's literally out on like the Bahamas somewhere, just floating around.
He has
That's
a fucking volleyball. Big ass beard. He's 18.
He's like actually doing really good on an island.
He's king of all the like. I'm imagining like Madagascar, like the movie. He's like king of the lemurs.
Oh, we're bad.
Oh
But that's so dumb. See that? Well,
He's like, I was
that's
supposed to go to Harvard.
now he's just with the lemur playing volleyball. All his friends think that he's dead, but he's like, nope.
He's like, this is amazing. I'm having a good time of my life.
Cameron Robbins.
Oh my god. Oh, is this him?
Oh,
Not that hair. Sorry.
he's Erica. He's not wrong.
Not the fucking
That's-
like TikTok boy hair.
He's like, do it for the talk. Gotta
Yeah.
jump in the water.
Unfortunately, those words are too far away from me, and I
Yeah, there's nothing
what?
like
Can't find
it's
my
just
glasses.
Like it basically
the
it's
graduation trip was organized by the school. Oh no, it was not organized by the school. Oh, stupid.
Like, yeah, he was gonna be. He played
my
baseball. He
gosh.
was part
That's
of.
sad.
He's gonna play baseball.
He was part of. I like got
Ooh,
really
baseball
in-
boys are scary though.
Yeah, I got it really into this the other day. He just basically was like went to like a
Boss.
smart like trade school that had him play baseball in association with LSU.
Oh
He
my
wasn't gonna
God.
play baseball. I mean, look at the kid. He looks like he weighs 110 pounds.
I feel like my experience with baseball, like the college baseball
Uh-huh.
guys, is not very good. Because when we were at Murray, the baseball guys were kind of racist.
Yeah.
Like they literally told us to leave a party because we had black men with
Oh
us.
my gosh.
Yeah, they said the party was too dark.
No,
What?
really, for real, they said that.
That's
I
nuts.
pissed on the side of their house.
That is true.
Yeah.
And our
Stole their rake.
That's deserved.
Didn't Steve
A
steal
rake of
something?
reparations.
Our other friends stole something out of their front yard too. I can't
Yeah, we
remember.
Good.
That's what when people are racist, we'd steal stuff. And be like, we got you, black teammates. And they'd be like, we didn't ask you to do this. Put that back. They're going to blame us, not you.
Yeah, they're like, please stop.
Sorry.
And we're like,
trying to
no,
help.
we're with you, because we were also just hammered.
Yeah.
It was scary though. They had a bunch of what's it called when the animals are like dead but stuffed?
Oh,
Taxidermy. They had
yeah.
so much taxidermy in their
That's
house.
normally. That's like most of the Georgetown houses. You just walked in and it's like, oh.
You're like, oh, great ducks. Thank you.
Yeah. I had a teacher who he used to do taxidermy like on the
Scary.
side. Yeah,
On
so
the
he
side?
would, yeah, he would like show us like pictures like we stuffed this whatever. Then I'd
This
be like, I
marmot.
don't- yeah,
We're like,
it
cool.
kind of creeps me out. I feel like they're gonna come back to
You're
life.
like, great. I'm actually gonna throw up.
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok where they're like, why is this normal? And it was like a stuffed deer head on a wall. And they're like, but this isn't. And it was just like a stuffed cat. And I was like, hey, girly. All the comments were like, no.
I don't like deer, and I don't mind like
that they're like deer heads on the wall or something.
Yeah, like that's okay, but just deer in general, like there's been so many instances where they've like almost hit my car, and they're just like everywhere. So I'm like, you're all annoying.
They really are everywhere.
Yeah,
I have never seen more deer than I have in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I felt like we lived pretty remote when we lived in Kentucky, but here it's like I'll just be in like a random neighborhood, and they're just like there'll be like 5 of them just in somebody's front yard, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Just helping themselves. They're like cute to some extent, but it's just like
they're so cute
when they didn't your cars and
thankfully I've never seen one like if they are in the road, they're just like standing there. They're not like running in the road, so they're just kind of like, oh, don't mind me. Let me just
just keep going.
Oh my god! Wait, we still have to get to the Reddit stories.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We can always just cut this too.
That's true. Yeah, I do have some Reddit stories to show you because they're very funny.
What's like the theme of them?
So I've been looking on like different Reddit threads and going down these loopholes.
What Reddit threads have you been looking? Like what forums?
Off My Chest. Have you
True
read
Off My
that
Chest?
one? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Regretful Parents.
Ooh.
That's juicy. That's the one we're reading today.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that I've heard most from are Am I the Asshole?
That's a good one.
Relationship advice. Because it's normally just people being like, am I in the wrong? And it's like,
right.
Yes, you're fucking an asshole. Or I mean, I've heard of Chew Off My Chest. What are the other ones? Oh, there's Petty Revenge.
Petty Revenge.
Petty Revenge is a good one.
I didn't know that was one. I'm gonna join it right now.
And then there's also one that's what's it called? Malicious compliance.
Okay.
So you're like doing something that somebody said, but it's like detrimental to them, kind of, in a weird way. It's like they're like, hey, please, I don't know, like for example, if someone was like, make sure you take your shoes off when you come to my house, and you're like, okay, but then your feet stink or something, so you're like, I'm gonna take my shoes off, like something like that.
Right.
You're like, I'm gonna take my shoes and socks off because my feet smell terrible, or at something, I don't know, something like that. But you're like doing what they say, but it still is like shitty to them somehow.
Right.
So you're like, I will do exactly what you said,
but it's not gonna be what you think.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's like that. Petty Revenge. Ooh, some of the Petty Revenge ones, you're like, that's not petty, that's evil. Like, I get it, but damn.
Right. I think pettiness is like kind of funny though sometimes.
I grew up in theater, so
yeah, that
there's a lot of pettiness.
Yeah, I think that's like a theater kid
Subtweeting
thing.
alone.
Yeah.
Subtweeting used to be huge.
Mm-hmm. You used to be like, I'm just gonna go subtweet them.
Yeah, but you're like, I can't believe you do this to me.
Yeah. It was mainly like crushes that I had, where I'd be like,
you don't even know exists.
Okay, yeah. I wish that I next time you're on the pod, I'm gonna screenshot all the things that I've subtweeted, but some of them I've deleted because I've been like, that's too Marvin's room with me.
I wouldn't even know where to find mine. Like, I know they're on my Twitter, but I wouldn't even know what to like search because they're so vague sometimes.
Yeah.
That it'd be like, wow, like something like that.
Just wow.
Yeah. Just like silly things like that.
Have you ever tweeted like lyrics, like subtweeted with lyrics?
I'm sure I have. Ooh, the craziest thing. This was before subtweeting was even a thing. This was not me. It was my brother's girlfriend at the time. I probably told you the story. This girl was crazy. She was scary. Her name was Tara, but we called her Terrible because she scared us, me and my parents.
Terrible.
So when she heard my brother was going to join the military, because this was before he did, she was like, that is amazing. It will have all these benefits. It will be great for us. All this stuff. She was like psyched that he was going to join the military. And we were kind of like, okay. And then it turns out that even before she found out he was going to join the military, she had already picked out her wedding dress. Oh. Not picked it out. She had already bought it. It was in her closet.
Oh my God.
She was 18.
She was like, I'm marrying this military man.
Yeah, she's like, I am marrying this man.
Statistics.
So he finally broke up with her, and we were like, thank God. after my parents tried to be like, hey, she's scary. He was like, don't tell me what to do. I love her. And we're like, okay.
Buying a dress before you even have a ring is a little psychotic, but
it's just after you've been together for like 6 months.
Yeah. You're like,
yeah, so this girl, she literally like posted on Facebook a picture of my brother like running on like the local like track where people would like just run like and he told us, he was like, she never went with me. I always went by myself. And there was a picture of him running, and then it was lyrics to like a country song or something. Are you
joking?
I'm so serious.
It's very Joe Goldberg of her.
It was, no, literally it was like, so Joe Goldberg, very you.
That is
very love on you. It was scary.
That is like psychotic to a whole new level. I thought I was crazy, but
no.
Brandon, can we pull up one of the Reddit stories to
Yes,
wrap it
of
up?
course.
It's that one. So I am starting this new thing where I wrap it up with a story. So this is from the regretful parents that I was telling you about. Okay. So this lady says, I was ready to put my 4-year-old up for adoption today. My daughter just turned 4 and has been an absolute nightmare. She destroys the house. She destroys the house several times a day, throws things at us, has given me bloody lips, cracked my jaw, used to bite me, and much more. Tonight, after she splashed me and drenched the whole bathroom during her bath and refused to let me get her lotioned up and ready for bed, I told my husband I wanted to get rid of her and put her up for adoption. I almost texted my siblings and asked if anyone could please take her. I really was ready to be done. He said no, of course. Just needed to vent.
Can I just say?
What are your thoughts?
This was me at 3 years old. My mom said multiple times she was concerned that I was just actually possessed. Because there's one iconic story about me at 3 years old where I had ripped all the sheets off of her bed and my bed, not my brother's room. I was scared to go in his room. I never touched his room. But my bed and my parents' bed, I ripped all the comforters and sheets and blankets and everything off of our beds. And then I was like just screaming, throwing like a ginormous tantrum. And then my mom was standing in the backyard with my brother. And she could see from like the little window that goes to like my bathroom. She saw the shower curtain just go like whatever, like by each little like thing holding it. It was like going tick, tick, tick. And she was like, what the fuck?
And you ripped it off.
And my brother apparently looked at her and goes, Mom, I'm scared. And so they go over and I'm in the bathroom and, 3-year-old sitting on the toilet, pulling it. And she was like, what are you doing? And I said, they're not pretty.
Erica.
Scary. Scary.
You're like the nicest person I know.
Thank
I just
you.
find it hard to believe that like you were like this. But like,
oh no, it was bad.
Oh,
it was so bad. Like
that's
when they took me to a behavioral therapist and everything.
So maybe that lady should try that with her kid.
Well, it turns out
an ass whooping.
It was because I was being given chocolate milk every morning.
Oh,
that's what was causing the insane, possessed like tantrums.
Chocolate milk.
And that specific time, my mom had already figured out that it was and was like telling my dad, don't give her chocolate milk.
Right.
And he did. And he was like, don't tell Mom.
You were like, don't worry, I'm not going to have to tell her. She's going to know.
Yeah.
I'm going to rip
She's going to know. And so then she was like, did you have chocolate milk? And I was like, Dad gave me chocolate milk. And she was like, So she called him at work so mad.
Well, at least...
So yeah, that story was maybe about me.
Well, I just wanted to share that insanity.
I'm so glad someone else can relate to my own life.
Yeah. I hope that their child
makes me scared to have kids of my
wonderful. Yeah, all these.
I was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can handle that.
No.
I would just probably cry. Although my mom did say she also cried.
I would just I don't know. Actually, I think I would just spank it and be like, you're going, put your nose to the wall.
See, that's the thing is they tried to put me in timeout and I would just be like, no, and I'd just run away.
Right.
I just wouldn't say.
That's why you get. Well, actually, I think it's kind of insane when people put a leash on their kid, but like
Well, if you're
sometimes you have to.
so, yeah, if you're like
Yeah.
a mall or something, you gotta.
It's so funny that when they walk around, it's like
They're
a
like-
little dog.
They're like, let me go.
Just stay put.
Oh,
Okay. I think we gotta wrap this up. But
I know.
um,
Brandon has to watch soccer.
Hey, I gave a time slot of 1 hour and 10 minutes.
I know.
He did.
Don't get mad at me because I showed up 20 minutes late to a podcast at my own apartment. All right.
Listen, I have no defense. Okay.
Thank you, Erica, for coming on.
Thank you for having me on. I'm sorry if I talked a lot.
You did it. This was so great. It was so great. You're my first guest back in a very long time, and we had fun. And I'll have you back again, probably a lot.
I hope so.
Yeah, but you have a good day. And oh yeah, where can they find you?
At
If you want them
Cline
to.
101 on Instagram, and that's basically me everywhere. So
Wonderful. I have a show coming up. I don't know if I think this will be out when I have the show. I will be doing Tokes and Jokes at the Green Room in Austin on the 12th, and then I'm doing comedy in my hometown. Yay!
mhm.
On the 12th too at Barking Armadillo. So come out and see a show. Okay, bye.